doing?
Pour a little glass of rosé. Gonna show my friends our new beach house. Good sound. There's something in my butt.
Take two.
Take a Prosecco rosé. Cheers. Hi everybody, welcome to our new beach house. We are so excited to show it to you, having a glass of rosé, and we're gonna get a house tour. So come on in. We do not currently know what to name this beach house, so we might need your help. If you can think of any names, I'm all yours, and for now it's just the new beach house. So this is our super awkward foyer. I don't know if you guys can see how diagonal this whole situation is. So this is crazy. I have plans, of course, to completely change all of this, and so this foyer is going to square up. I am stealing from a little mechanical room and a little bit of a bathroom, stealing the tub, to get this to be a nice squared up foyer where we can fit sort of mudroom type things for our family. We're a family of 7. We have 3 dogs, so our foyer and storage is super important to us. So this should not hopefully be as awkward as it needs to be. Oh, and there's Jay, my sweet husband. Hi. Hey, Steve. So yeah, it will hopefully not be this awkward. But I do love actually the paneling itself. It's gonna come down, it's diagonal, but on the front wall, if Dave can turn around here and see, it's horizontal, and I think super charming. You wanna pull back and show sort of the view of the door there? I guess from like far away as you can get. So look how cute this is, and I'll close this here, that this is actually, we're getting a new door. But I do like that lets light through. But I think that's really adorable. So that's gonna stay. I'm kind of even into these. So we have a lot of work to do. We started out by actually painting some of the floors and ripping out the carpet. So I'm gonna show you some befores. Should we go down this hallway here? So this is the first floor. It's sort of your typical Outer Banks beach house in that the kitchen is upstairs, so you have more views. So you come in and there are 3 bedrooms downstairs. There's a storage closet, what is this? The laundry room here, full of junk right now, but eventually one day we'll make that cute. We are not approaching this house like a lot of our houses where we do everything at once. We're teaching the kids. We're going to do a lot of the projects ourselves. So this is going to be a lot slower, and we're just going to take our time and be patient with ourselves. Come on in here. This is a primary bedroom here, and this will be Christian's bedroom, our 16-year-old's bedroom. Our kids, all 5 of them, are currently in a 10 by 12 single bunk room right now. So this is amazing for everybody to be spread out and have their own rooms. I'll show you the bathroom here. The bathrooms are shoved with mattresses and furniture, so you're not really gonna see them because we just ripped out all the carpets and had hardwood floors put in. And as you can see here, we painted the floors. I don't even know what to call this color. It's like kind of white, kind of gray, kind of green. It changes in the light, but it's a really pretty color. So we decided to paint the floors. I want this place to feel very vintage, and I'm gonna try to get it to feel historical. So we ripped out the carpets and put the paint in. It's a lot faster than staining, and it allows us to tooth in new floors and have them match with the old floors. It's a lot harder to match stains. So went for the painted floor look. I love it. I love how it feels underfoot. So this is one bedroom here. This is, I'm gonna tell you guys a funny story in a second after I show you this room. I'm gonna get to another bedroom. Here, check this out. This is a little mechanical room. I don't know, kind of has a sink in it, and it used to be part of the bathroom that was through there. So, a really funny story that I'm gonna tell you, and for those of you that have read my new book, Beach Life, okay, watch your stuff here, right? For those of you who have read my new book, Beach Life, in the beginning of Beach Life, I tell the story of when we first came down to the Outer Banks, how we went to a 4-bedroom house. It was the house that we wanted, and we couldn't afford it. It was perfect, but we decided to go look at the Lost Cottage, our little 2-bedroom in instead. And we passed on that 4-bedroom house. It was a great house. Weirdly enough, this is that 4-bedroom house from 5 years ago, which is like so weird to me because this was the house we had been stalking for a year or two before we even came down to the Outer Banks. Came down, looked at it, saw that there was too much to do with the renovation, which was just more than we could take on at the time. And so we passed on it and got our sweet little Lost Cottage. But this past, I would say like less than a year, maybe last summer, we started noticing my oldest son is turning 17 this year, and we have another very large teenage son, and it just started becoming too much with the kids, the little girls and the big boys all in one room. So we kept our eyes peeled in the neighborhood that we love, and crazy enough, this house came on the market. It was on for 2 hours. We put an offer in without even having walked through it because we had done it 5 years ago, and came down and we got it. So we are now selling Lost Cottage and moving over to, should I say the watch? Does that sound good? Do you like that, the watch? Maybe? You like it, Dave?
I love it.
Dave loves the watch. Okay. So that's good. So this is another bedroom, and this is really cute. I'll have to walk it, but it goes to the side porch here, and that wraps around to the front porch. The sad thing about this house is when we first got it, or when we first saw it, it was surrounded by trees and completely private and almost in a little forest, and the previous owners cut it all down. It was good that they cut some of the trees down because they were like large shrubs and stuff encroaching on the house, and they left a lot of beautiful live oaks, but it's not now as private as it used to be, so we have a lot of gardening to do, a lot of planting to do, but I'm up for that. I'm always up for that.
Someone wants to know what you're doing with the paneling.
Someone wants to know.
Yeah.
Now you're pretending we're on live. I know you're kidding. But I will tell you what I'm doing with the paneling. I think this paneling is going to come down and we can maybe reuse it elsewhere. He always does that. He likes to pretend I'm on a live video and I'm like, what? But honestly, a live video is almost easier. Should we do that? But you can't say that.
No. The quality isn't as good either.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we're just gonna come in here really quickly. This is another primary bedroom on this floor. I love this bedroom. This is the bedroom I was thinking I wanted to have, but it's probably gonna go to kids. And there is an awkward triangular bathroom in here, which you guys can check out. It can kind of take you in there, shoved with all the things. And then a really large closet that I'm not even gonna show you. But the really challenging thing about this room, remember this triangle because it is a huge problem when we get upstairs. The triangle is the bane of my existence. The diagonals in this house. So, okay, so you guys from this side, I'll show you what we're doing in the foyer. See this weirdness and this weirdness here? If you imagine this gone here.
This is this weird triangle.
Very weird. So imagine this gone, then this is where the new wall is gonna go, so it's straight. We're gonna chop this part of this bedroom off because I have to get rid of that triangular bathroom, you'll see. So I'm gonna steal this and then 30 inches of depth from over here, and I'm gonna put another bathroom in this hallway that will be accessed from those two kids' bedrooms. Confusing, but it will make sense when you go upstairs, so I'll show you that. All right, but there's definitely charm in this old finish to me here. I really like it in this case. All right, coming up the stairs here, we have, we'll do new light fixtures, all that kind of thing. Oh, there's a lot of popcorn in our life right now. I am walking up the stairs in what is the dining room here, but is also the future kitchen. So we're very excited about that. I will show you the future kitchen and I'll explain to you what's happening in here. Actually, I'll explain to you now because there's those tabs and it's easier if I do that. All right, guys, so this is what we got going on. We're gonna do a 60-inch big old vintage cast iron sink here. I'm going to fill this guy in here and put a centered up range because I love my sink on one wall and then my range on another. So I've got a big, long functional wall here. This wall is going away, so coming out, we'll have to do a post here. This is all coming out. All right, so that's gonna be open. That will become the dining room. Then we're gonna do, I'm like twirling around with you. We're gonna do the refrigerator here, and then a big island in the middle. And my sink is gonna be skirted. I'm gonna do lots of florals and paisleys and sort of vintage inspired fabrics in this house. Really excited to have fun with that. I want to do wood on all the walls. I'll probably paint it. Cannot wait to take down the blinds. That's gonna be great. I think that's it. I don't know what my island is yet. I've been looking for a piece of furniture, but I actually think I need to build one and make it more functional, but I'll play with that. So imagine this guy going down here. So this is the current kitchen. Triangles again. So I just bumped into one of them. So can you see this super awkward triangle situation here? This is crazy, but right here where I'm standing, so from here to there, this is the same triangle as that bathroom downstairs. And we are currently elevated. Take you down to the family room, the living room. You're gonna see big color around, sweet camera skills. Hello. And so this bathroom, the ceiling of the bathroom is here. So this kills me. I mean, this kills me. So when we went to buy this house 5 years ago, I sat here for about an hour and a half and did this whole renovation in my head. I sat here for a while. Did the whole renovation in my head, calculated up what it would cost. We would not have been able to do it ourselves at the time because we didn't have that in us when the kids were younger, and we didn't have the confidence to do it, the skills. Now we're gonna try to do a lot of it ourselves. So I have to cut, I'm gonna sit this down. I have to chop this whole triangle off there, because if you see this living room, it is really big. I think it's, was it 22 by 14 or 13.6? Okay, so 13.6 this way, 22 that way, which is a nice size. But because this thing starts right here, you can barely, I mean, they fit a couch and a love seat, and there's a couch here and an awkward love seat right here. It's tiny. Our family won't even fit in it. So if you come here, you know, this is a nice squared up room really, but it's just, it's super, super awkward. So anyway, so this is gonna go away, and then that's gonna become, up there, we'll be left with a little rectangle, and that will become our dining room or open eating area. So I think that's gonna be really nice. I'm thinking about when this, so imagine that wall straight. I'm thinking about doing bookshelves, this whole area, and maybe this whole area, cabinets or something for storage for Gabe's books, that kind of thing. Anyway, super awkward. I'm going to have a glass. So, other things that I would like to happen, I'll show you. Dave, can you come around this way? I'm going to show the windows. I'm not really a fan of this situation. This is not right now. This is a one-day thing. But I eventually would like to just replace this with a bigger slider. Dave doesn't know this. How do you feel about that?
I think it's great.
Yeah, he's great. And then this is another thing. I actually think this drives Dave crazier than it drives me. But the fact that this comes out wider, it doesn't look good on the front of the house. It's also a problem here. But for now, I'm just going to get some curtains. I'm going to call it a day. Same here. I'm just going to do curtains. All of this will be wood paneled. I want to make it look sort of like the walrus and the carpenter from Alice in Wonderland, sort of like a messed up woodwork job, which I feel like our family is really up to the task on. So we've got the boys, and we're just gonna hammer up a bunch of sort of scrap-like wood. I don't know if you guys know much about the Outer Banks, but for those of you who don't, the Outer Banks was known for scrapping wood. There were tons, it's called the graveyard of the Atlantic. So there were tons of shipwrecks. And so a lot of the people here, they're called the Outer Bankers, made their living by salvaging the wrecked ships and the wood, and then they sold the wood, and people built houses out of the wood. So a lot of the original houses around here were built from shipwrecked shipwrecks and the wood from that, then also some barns that went down. So it's really interesting history. So this house is not historical, but I'm wanting to make it feel a little bit more historical. I know it's got a kitchen on the second floor, but I think if I can get that sort of scrap wood feeling and then paint it all in here, it'll get that real sort of old Outer Bankers vibe to it. So,
Do you want to talk about why we're not just raising this all onto the same level?
Okay, so an idea that we've had is, which on some levels is easier because we get to keep the bathroom downstairs, would be raising it all to the level that Dave is standing on. And so in that way, we get to keep that bathroom downstairs, which is not fun to move. But we really lose all this height, which makes it just feel bigger and live better. And then we would have to shift, all of these windows and doors immediately, which we're not up for. So we're gonna take our time with this one, but they're gonna be good. All right, I'm gonna take you outside now if I can take that open. This is something we really fell in love with. It's gonna be hard for you to see because all the furniture shoved up here. But it's such a nice, big, pretty screen porch. The ceiling is really, really high here. Love it. I think we can get both living space and dining space out here, which is awesome. It is 22 feet this whole way. So actually, I think that this space, which feels huge, is the exact same size as the living room will be when we're done with it. There is a part of me, and this isn't a right now thing, but I have thought about busting this wall down because this is all a shared roof line and making a really nice big great room, which in that case you could do multiple seating arrangements, like lots of people could come hang out. Maybe we'll do that when we're older, if we have a bigger grandkids and all that kind of thing. So who knows where we'll be though, we sell a lot of houses. But that is a really cool thought, and then you could simply extend and do more screen porch out this way because there's a lot of space in the yard. But for now, we're just gonna enjoy it as it is. And that leads, where Dave is, actually leads to another front porch. Another name thought we had was, I think we blocked in here by this chair, was another name thought we had was the porch house, because there's so many porches. But there's another deck out there. So I love this space, this will be fun. I think we'll probably mostly live out here, don't you think, Dave?
Oh yeah.
We should show them the views because it's so pretty. So we have these live oaks here, which is part of the reason we love the Outer Banks and Corrales so much. Yeah, go to the back and show. It is such a pretty feature. So although they did clear out a lot of the shrubs, they left the live oaks, which are just beautiful. There's some really pretty ones in the backyard. It's hard to see from here. And they also added this deck down below, which is really nice. This was not here 5 years ago. The other thing that they did, which was amazing, and we feel so lucky about, is they replaced all the windows. We got new HVAC and new roof, right? And then a lot of repaired decks, which those are the really expensive things that are not fun to fix. So we were so happy about that. So we got the house 5 years later than we originally were thinking, but a lot of the expensive non-fun things were taken care of. So that was a really nice surprise. And we got the house sight unseen just from the pictures because we'd already been in and we made an offer in 2 hours. And so when we came, it was actually really a surprise. We were like, oh, it's a little house in the woods. And then we showed up and it was a clearing. And then we remembered all the windows were falling apart and now there's new windows. So there's pros and cons. So, all right, you coming in? Try not to trip on all that. Yeah, it's good for you guys to see this angle. So I think this will be really pretty if you see. So that'll be the kitchen. It's not perfectly squared up, but there's a kitchen sink up there. That'll be a really nice focal point. And it's nice and clean. And then this will be straight, which will give us a huge hangout space. The other thing I want to do, and this is something that would need to be taken into account with whatever happens out there, is we want to do a fireplace. So we can add one. We've already spoken to somebody about that. And we would put sort of the guts of the fireplace and chimney and all that out there. But we would do something cool here. And I really they're just not the most timeless of architectural features. So I'm trying to kind of make the house feel a bit older and less, was this 80s or 90s, do you remember?
80s.
80s, a little less 80s here. So that was when the Outer Banks was in its building heyday. So a lot of the houses are very 80s. So I think we will have a fireplace here. So just pretending it's here for now. I think I want to do another seashell situation. So I have thoughts in my mind of like maybe starting with the darker colors and like a little ombre like going up to the ceiling. So we'll play with that.
I don't know why I made the camera follow you when you
all
did
do it
that,
together,
but I
right?
did.
And then we're gonna have one on the ceiling too, so that'll be great. But I have to say, even just standing here, I'm kind of torn because there is such a view there, and I just want to see through this. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking here. Like I don't know, baby. Maybe this is just all pure glass, which I thought fireplace before. But what if that's all glass? And then you do a TV there. I know there's windows, but how important are they? All right, we gotta think about this. I'll keep you guys posted. All right, so, I'll take you up here through the triangular kitchen. Oh, so the cool thing about this though is this will be one of the easiest types of renovations in terms of living here, because we're living here all summer. We can keep the kitchen, cook in the kitchen, put the new kitchen in, and when it's completely done, demo this baby out. So that's really cool, which I think is awesome. There's a lot of storage in this house. There's a little pantry there, and then there's a bigger one here, which doesn't look so big right now in the middle, but it is really big. Way more storage than we have had at Lost Cottage. Lost Cottage, where we're moving from, is 800 square feet, so we are really excited. This is gonna go away. Do you wanna come see the powder room? So I just like take that in here. Here, can you see it? Okay, here's the powder room. So the original tile is in. We'll eventually pull it out and retile and, you know, pop in new vanities, do all those fun things. But for now, this summer, our main goal is to start in the kitchen and wallpaper some rooms, get some more furniture in here, and get going. Okay, now you can come upstairs. Okay, the popcorn is going away in here. So I hear rustling. You guys can see this is part of the reason we want to call it the watch. Oh, it's a mess up here. I'm also going to be interspersing this video with originals before we touch the house, for it has all the old carpet and furniture, everything, because I really want you guys to see what it was like. But this is our bedroom, which I'm so excited about. It has beautiful views. So we are on the ocean side. And we're near the sound because Corolla is very narrow. We might have trouble with this. You might have to put that in. So this view is so, like, I don't know if you can see it, right? It's so pretty. So this is amazing up here. And our thoughts are, it's a small balcony, but we want to take this and extend it out over this roof line here. I don't know if you guys can you see that roof line? So we want to extend that out and then just have like a really cool hangout space up here. It's weird, but we spend a lot of time with our whole family in our bedroom. Like we all watch movies together. So this is such a nice big bedroom that I'm excited about. I think we can get, I'm making, to reminds me of the parachute thing. It's a nice big room, and so we should be able to get like armchairs, that kind of thing. We're gonna put the bed over here. And then I already ordered a new bed, which I'm excited about because we sold our other house furnished. And then I have nightstands we've had in storage for a while, and I'm excited to finally get to use. And then I think we'll do a pair of chairs over here. This is coming out. And then we'll do a dresser over here. And I think we'll do, I know, it's like not pull down the TV in your bedroom. I know that's bad, but I love it. And so we're gonna do TV here, maybe like on an arm, so the kids and we can all watch movies in here. And then there's no door on this bedroom, which is not great for a beach house. privacy. So we are actually going to put a wall here with double doors. So they can be open a lot of the time, but a door with a lock on it will be so nice with all the kids. And then that's another Palladian window I'm not a huge fan of, but we'll figure that out. Here is this pretty small primary bathroom up here, which again, we will renovate pretty quickly, honestly. We just need to kind of pick a week and do it. So if you check out the ceilings, this is the popcorn ceiling all coming down. And there's the popcorn right there. Well, there it is. And then there's a pretty big closet right here, which is really great. So I'm doing a wallpaper in this room, which I'm so excited about. It's a Louis Wallace paper, and it's gonna go on the walls and all the ceilings. Oh, and this is like this cute, you can't come up here, but this is like a cute little cupola. It's like on the top of the house. Again, the watch. We would love to get up there somehow, but it's just not possible. We'll replace the fans and do all that kind of thing. Did we make it through? I should show you the porches. Let's pause and go to the porches. All right. We also love this house because of the porches. I have a weird love for this, but it is awful. It's like a little, again, a triangle off the front of the house. So we are gonna have to get rid of this and take it straight because I can just not handle it. I'll show you the exterior in a second, but let's walk around. Love this little porch swing. There's a beautiful house behind us that is completely exposed now because they took down all the privacy. So tomorrow we're going to the garden center and we are buying as much large evergreen things as we can. So to try to get some privacy. Our electric fence just went in today for the dogs. So there's those things, the flags you see everywhere. And then this is another great little porch. So I feel like everyone gets a porch, right? Oh, and this bedroom here, that other primary bedroom, which is like where friends and family, we'll kick our child out and friends and family can stay when they come to visit. I think this needs to have a slider too, so that they can access the porch.
Definitely.
Because that room is really dark.
Yes.
And you can see here, this is so pretty, but we'll have to take you over there and show you the forest. But it is just filled with live oaks. It is.
And fairies. Fairies definitely live in that
There's
forest.
a fairy. Closing that door. And I want to show you guys, also tomorrow when we go to the garden center, we are starting a vegetable garden because I love, if you've watched my stuff before, you know me, you know that I love to garden and we love to grow our own stuff. So we want to be able to garden, and that was one of the things that drew us. This property was the space to actually have a vegetable garden. So here are our boxes that we're gonna put together soon, and we'll show you all of that. But here are some of the oak trees that are just so pretty. Look at the bunny. Did you see the bunny?
I totally did.
Oh. We've seen a couple bunnies on the street, and we're very close to the beach, which is really nice. We'll take you back here. So this is a great little deck area. Oh, and the lattice. We should show like the front of the house, the lattice. So anyway, you get the idea of the yard. There's some really pretty live oaks back there. None as pretty as the tree we're leaving though.
And we're gonna do hammocks and hangout under here, right?
Hammocks and hang out under here. There's an outdoor shower right there. And currently we're either going to paint the house white, or what we really want to do is do cedar shake siding. Is it called cedar shake siding or just cedar shakes? Cedar shakes. And you can see this lattice. This is a plastic lattice. This got added on with the previous owners. The other thing that is going to be the bane of my existence, the bane of my children's existence, is the entire perimeter of the house has rocks around it now as a feature. But I want to fill it with native flowers and grasses. So all of that has to come out, which is going to be, I don't even know how many wheelbarrows full. So this is all coming out. And then maybe Dave, if you pull back to show why the triangle has to go, even though it's charming from up there. See how that triangle juts out?
It's like
So
the hull of a ship.
Yeah, that's got to go straight. And then the lattice needs to come down so that there's not really any attention being called down there. And then I just want to fill it with, I'm thinking, I almost thought about calling the house Daisy House. Daisies and coneflowers and lots of beautiful native plants that will really kind of hide what's going on under there. I'm staring at it. The thought of moving these stones is crazy. So, all right, I think that's pretty much it. Dave, is there anything I missed? Cheers, you guys. I can't wait to show you the renovation of this baby. It's gonna be slower than a lot of them, but it's gonna be really fun. I hope I can get rid of this. It's a triangle. It's really nice. I was just enjoying it a lot. I honestly really like sitting here. Would this not be a better situation? There's a bench with a table all connected. It's pretty awesome. This is really nice, especially if I'm gardening and someone could sit here and give me company. All right. I've had my glass of rosé, it's time to go.